Hey, you want me to go? All right, I'll go. I'll go. Hello, Sunshine community. Hello, GDQ submission viewers. And welcome to Super Mario Sunshine Bingo. Today, we got DexCo, Dex and Jeff Compass, winners of our recent 2v2 tournament against jjline. JJ got second in the 2v2, so like that's not half bad, right?
That's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, pretty alright. Oh, and we're just
has
going.
world record in any percent.
Yeah, you know, he's alright at the game. Yeah, it could be worse.
Anyway, so, Tomato, why don't you tell us what is Lockout Bingo?
Alright, so basically, you see this card right here? When you get a goal on the card, like, oh yeah, I did the Sandbird Shine, then you get to click that goal. And then the bad guys on the other team, they can't click it anymore. And the first to 13 out of the 25 goals wins.
Yeah,
but now
so
it's your turn to tell us why it's good.
Lockout's like once you click something, the team can't click it. And also this is 2v2, so like both players on the team can click a goal, but they're not like combining progress. So it's like if one person gets 4 secret shines, not if they have 4 combined.
We might experiment with combined at one point, but
yeah,
there's been a lot of discussion. Yeah.
One of the cool things that makes Sunshine such a great bingo game is kind of just like the number of places you can go at any time. So like within the first 20 minutes or something, players will usually have access to like 4 or 5 different worlds, which allows people to just basically do completely different routes that they're completely viable. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
One thing we should add also is they cannot see each other's screens. That's pretty important. So the only information they have on each other is the goals that have been clicked on the card.
Yeah, that's like, that might not sound like a big deal, but oh my god, is it a big deal. Like,
and then, well, it might not come up in this match, but it's pretty common to delay clicking a goal even once you have it, if you're confident that the other team isn't going for it or doesn't have it at that time yet, and then you're basically just hiding even more information from them. Well, should we start talking about this card we have in front of us?
Yeah, first thing I see is Box Game 3 Shine, which is something you've never seen in Mario Sunshine speedruns ever, because it is not a real shine. Yeah. It's a new box layout, but yeah, only box game 1.
You get a blue shine, which doesn't actually count towards your shine counter. Other early game stuff I see on here is like Bianco Hidden Shine. Bianco is the first world you would typically go to.
Rico Hidden, Rico.
Yeah, Rico also a very early world. 2 goals there.
They're definitely like the starter goals on this card.
After that I see like 8M graffiti entrance shines. So that is basically any world where you enter by like going in and M graffiti, so it's beyond the Swallow. All worlds.
That's honestly, that's one of those level progression goals. Yeah. You do a lot of levels early. That's what that is. Synergizes pretty well with stuff like 14 levels.
Yeah, so like 8 M graffitis, 14 level shines, Rico 3 hoverless, and Rico hidden, and Bianco hidden, those all go really well together.
Should you explain what a hidden is?
Yeah, so each world in the game has 2 hidden shines, so for a lot of them, it's like if you do a secret and you go back into it, there's going to be an additional shine you can get by collecting 8 red coins in the secret. Not every world has 2 secrets though, so sometimes like it's just a random thing dependent on the world. So for like Rico 2 hidden, you just do Rico 2 twice and there's a second shine there.
Gelato, there's like a little dune bud with the sand shine.
Yeah, you just spray a random spot and a shine appears. Pianta's the same thing.
Noki, there's a gold
every world
bird.
is a little different.
They get a little silly with it, but that's what a hidden shine is.
Yeah,
so the difference between a level and a world, that might be. I mean, I don't see. All right, so a level is every like Bianco, Rico, Gelato, Pianta, Noki, Pinna, and Serena, whereas world also includes Delfino Plaza. I don't know if world is on this card, but just to clarify, like a Delfino shine is not a level shine.
Yeah. Yeah, typically early game, like there's kind of two ways people go. So sometimes they'll just like rush for shine count to try and unlock some of the later worlds like Pinna and Noki.
Noki's okay on this card.
Yeah,
I
Noki
see
isn't bad.
12
We can
Noki
talk about that.
blues.
So that would be like doing fast shines like Delfino's. Sometimes like Piata has a couple fast early shines. Sometimes Rico. The thing about that is like unless Delfino is like on the card in a number of goals, you're not really working towards anything else. So a lot of times you want to like do shines that work towards multiple goals.
Yeah, so like the 9 Delfino shines, right? Like sure you get Delfino shines, but at the same time you're not getting like the level shines, the boss shines, the secret shines.
First doing like Bianco 2, you have progress to 4 boss shines, 8 M graffitis, 2 from 6. Bianco hit it like 14 levels, like all this other stuff just from one shine. So there's basically a trade-off with like everything you do. Yeah, and Delfinos are very fast though, so.
Yes,
that's the trade-off.
Should we explain the yellow button? I think that's probably the last thing we gotta really...
Yeah, yellow button. There's a yellow button in Gelato and in Pinna, and there's one in Noki, but there's no way that would ever get clicked in a real bingo match.
Yeah. Casual players might not remember the yellow button. It's kind of off to the side, but it's there. Gelato 3 and Pinna 3. That's like the general benchmark for that goal. So
yeah. The thing about Gelato is it's fast for 3 shines, but to get to episode 3, you have to go through episode 2. And episode 2 is one of the longest shines in the entire game. So while you may have access to the Gelato button earlier, having to just dedicate like almost 3 minutes to Gelato 2 is usually something people don't want to do, especially early in the match. So
there's 4
in
Gelato
2v2,
shines,
sometimes it works
shine.
better because one person can do kind of like the slower bad goals on the card, and the other person can just do like a more typical setup thing, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'd expect someone to go to Bianco, at least on each team. Maybe we'll see some Rico starts.
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like Noki's fairly strong. Damn, is JJ throwing the pepper early? Is he doing Plunder Bell? I love that. I love me some Plunder Bell.
Yeah, so JJ doing a strat here where he's going to basically grab the shine, we think, while he kills the plant. And that is that's basically the fastest way to get to Rico.
Yeah.
Rico, you need
have a chance of soft locking as well?
No, not this one.
Okay. But it is hard. Oh yeah, see he missed
you didn't clip in the building right there. You missed it.
It's hard. Yeah. Like
also
that
a couple seconds.
You can do the clip pretty easy, but like what's it called? It's not easy to hit on the first time.
Yeah, you basically get one shot when you're trying to do them together.
Yeah. A lot of people like positioning the pepper easier, like before the plant spray. Like they want to get really precise with it. JJ kind of winged it.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing also is the longer you take to set it up, the less time you're saving. So.
Yeah, that's the trade-off.
There's so many tried to be very fast. It did not work there.
Did anyone pick up Jail Blue?
I saw a bunch of people die before it.
Yeah, basically the way Jail Blue works is when you get that plant, if you're not getting the shine, there is a blue coin in the jail cell that you can pick up, and it should theoretically not lose any time.
Yeah, no, it's completely free. Yeah, so all people unlocking Bianco.
That means they're not starting
going
Bianco,
back to get this
by the way.
Shine on the side.
JJ and Deathline neither going to Bianco?
That is interesting. Maybe they're gonna like try and do Rico Hidden and Rico 3 Harborless.
Separately. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. But Jeff is in Bianco, so I think that's pretty telegraphed. Yeah. One Bianco Hidden Shine on top of stuff.
Going for box team 1. I wonder if he's just gonna go all the way for box team 3.
Ooh. Oh, is Deathline also doing box games? Ooh.
Yeah, he is. So he's doing 1 probably to at least get to Rico.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, JJ got the Chuckster Shine without actually talking to the Chuckster. There's a nice little thing you can do with some fruits there.
Yep. K-Kona clip, right? Or is he on JP for the DeLorean?
Depending on, so there's different clips on the US version and Japanese.
Yeah. Basically, you get a papaya in America.
Yeah. Yep, so JJ unlocking Rico now, Jeff going to fight the first boss in the game, PD.
You know those polluted piranha plants? They don't count as a boss.
Yeah.
Just so you know. It's like, JJ, that's not a boss. Sorry, he just wants to get to the world.
Yeah. Dex and Deathline both going for more boxing. Dex,
I'm surprised. I feel like I haven't seen...
Deathline turns and goes and chucks there.
I feel like I haven't seen a box game 3 shine rush in a while, but
yeah,
I think it's swag. Let's go. I love me some box game 3. Okay, if you pay close attention to Dex's screen, because I assume he's going to get box game 3 shine now, the box layout will still be different. But the shine will be blue that he collects. So,
yeah. We didn't talk too much about it. There are some blue coin goals on this card. There's 12 from 3 levels, and also 20 from 3 levels. So there's some synergy there.
And 20 from Noki, which is interesting.
Yeah. So
usually that'd be so sick.
Cards are completely random. Like there's different categories of goals that won't show up together, but it's randomly generated every time. So the fact that we have like 12 and 20 so many repeated times is a little unusual, but
yeah.
Okay, so there's our first click with box game 3.
Shine for
so
Dex.
Deathline
There you go.
did box game 2, and now is probably a little sad that he can't get box game 3 after.
But yeah,
but he now has 5 shines and can go to Gelato.
So. Yeah, so the trade-off is that what's it called? He gets to go to Gelato. He has that extra shine, so he knows he's ahead.
Yeah, he's ahead to 9 Delfino if he wants it right now.
Yep. Yeah. Deathline unlocking Gelato. JJ going to Rico. Jeff, is he on Bianco 3 or Bianco 3?
I believe he's gonna be in Bianco 3. Yeah. Dex doing a very difficult strat. We'll see if he actually does it. No, he doesn't. He didn't bring the banana up there. Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, no, he's done this in 20 shines. Dex is a 20 shines player. This is a 20 shines strategy.
Yeah. I mean, it's also optimal in like even 120 shines. It's just like not really.
It's just not done because it's hard. Yeah. Basically, you hit this clip first try.
And he did.
Oh, he didn't. Dang.
Yeah,
but
he didn't get a backflip there. He got a regular jump.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad.
And if you're slow, you do soft lock. So once he got a regular jump, he did not want to go for it.
He doesn't want to risk it, which is God. Could you imagine soft locking in our showcase for GDQ?
Yeah.
We play it safe here at Bingo. So honestly, soft locks do happen, but they're generally at the lower level and they're few and far between. Otherwise, we wouldn't be submitting this.
Yeah. So Jeff now going to Rico as well after doing Bianco 3, so he has access to Bianco 3 hidden.
Yep.
But not doing it right away.
Even so, there's still a lot of reason to do Bianco. You get the 2 M Graffiti entrance shines, you get the Bianco hidden shine progress, you get a secret shine, which there's 4 and 5 secret shines on the card, you get a boss, there's 4 and 5 boss shines on the card. So, I don't know, Bianco's really strong. So it makes a lot of sense that Jeff did that. Deathline, meanwhile, Gelato won.
Yep, getting his first hidden.
And
also his first Gelato shine. Sorry, first secret, not hidden. And his first Gelato shine.
Yep. Do we ever explain how you wear sunglasses? Basically, there's a dude that sells
sunglasses, you get 30
shines.
Yeah, and then you talk to a dude and he gives you sunglasses and a cool outfit.
Yeah, you look so swag in it. There's even a practice code where you that we use for individual levels where you just wear the shiny shine, like the shine outfit. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Okay, so Dex getting some more Delfinos and also unlocking Gelato at the same time.
Yep. What does Deathline see in Gelato that I'm not?
Dex doing yet another little clip.
Deathline is doing Gelato too, by the way. That's notable because,
as we talked about earlier, Gelato 2, one of the slowest shines you can do.
Really slow. So like that's a big commitment.
We see Dex clipping into Lilypad right now. JJ doing Rico 3 coverless. Lot going on.
Yeah. Rico 3 hoverless will probably be clicked instantly. So that'll be so basically again, right? The clicks, they give you information. So when JJ clicks this, Jeff's gonna be like, sure, I'm behind Enrico, but he definitely started Enrico, and
yeah,
and
Jeff's
now
also gonna know that he cannot win Rico 3 hidden if JJ goes Rico hidden if JJ goes for it right now.
Yeah. Question is, does JJ go for it right now?
He's going back in. He could also go a little further to Rico 4.
4 is a secret. Like, that's
4
not...
is a secret.
And it
it's
opens
a
up
red.
another boss.
Yeah.
Reds aren't on the card, I think. Oh, no, it is 6
There's
reds.
6 reds.
I'm blind. Yeah. My bad.
And, yep, he's in episode 4. So now,
so Jeff could
I just said
that.
Jeff can't win it. He can win it now. Especially if JJ goes and gets some blues like it looks like he's doing.
You know what JJ might be doing is trying to get the Rico hidden in episode 4, just to get the synergy with the red coin shine.
Yeah, and
but
the extra boss like you mentioned.
Cost. Like,
yeah, remember JJ has no idea where Jeff is right now.
Yeah, so that's why
Jeff has not clicked any goals. So.
Yeah, Deathline finally does Gelato 2.
Dex slipping up a little bit in Pachinko, but he's fine. He's gonna probably do this.
Easy backup.
Yeah, backup from the back.
There's a really swag Pachinko backup that no one does, but if you mess up on like the first red coin, you can still get into the second hole from the back if you dive at the right time. No one does it, but it's sick. Alright, Dex is up to 8 shines, which is like not bad given that
Jeff's leaving.
He did a whole shine for fun. Oh, I'm surprised. I feel like if you do Rico too, you might as well.
Yeah.
But maybe he's just securing Bianco hidden shine, which is totally fair. Like, yeah, even scrolling back to 3, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Actually, is that good? Because
I wonder if
get the nozzle in 4, even though you lose like half a second. Oh, JJ with an unfortunate death. That sucks.
So Dex just really going hard for Delfinos and Reds right now.
Yo.
There are 3 red coin shines in Delfino Plaza, and Dex after this will have all 3 of them. That's halfway to 6 reds. Without level progress, it's going to take him
really
a little longer to get the other 3.
Yeah. Oh, they had 10 yellow buttons for Deathline. So that is the upside of the Gelato play, is you get 4 Gelato, you get 10 yellow buttons, and you're ahead to Sandbird.
Yeah.
So that's good. But
interesting that he's going back for Wiggler and not just like getting
not doing the hidden. Does he know the strat? Because there is a strat for getting the yellow button mid-Wiggler fight.
It looked like he did, because this looks like the second hit.
Damn. And that's pretty swag that you know that, Deathline, I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed. I thought that was like
the blue coins, like between the second and third. Yeah. Deathline came prepared.
This is gamer.
The bingo meta has come so far, like basically since lockdown.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
No one would have done anything like this 3 years ago.
Yeah. And Jeff, is he delaying Bianco Hidden Shine?
He is. That's very interesting.
So, like, everyone but Jeff has clicked a goal. So maybe Jeff using this opportunity, and his read is right. Nobody on Team JJ line is in Bianco Hills. And, I mean, he kind of knows that. 10 yellow buttons, it's pretty clear that that's Gelato. Rico 3 hoverless, JJ pretty clearly rushed that. Yeah. So Jeff can feel pretty safe.
He's doing Rico 2 hidden instead of Rico 4 hidden, which would have a red
I thought
coin
the
shine.
whole idea was to get the red coin shine with Rico 4 hidden. But maybe just feels more confident in Rico 2 hidden. After that death, like, you want to get it fast. I understand.
Yeah, we can ask him that in the interview, what he put, like, the reasoning behind this order was.
Yep.
Because he probably still wants the boss later. So it makes sense to do Rico 4. Just the timing is a little interesting.
Yep. So Jeff has 2 boss shines, as will JJ after Go 5. Dex is going to Pinna Park already, by the way. That's pretty notable. Because, like, getting to Pinna Park at 18 minutes, like, you have to have done 9 Delfino shines. Like, that is a must. Does he have 9 Delfinos, by the way, or did he, like, get 1 in the level?
He hasn't entered a world, so he must have.
He does have 9. Yeah. Oh. Because 9 Delfinos require some pretty slow Delfinos, I'm not gonna lie. I think I saw a grass pipe, like, those are not speedy.
Yeah, so one thing about Pinna is it's like, as a world, it just has a lot of things. It has a boss and a secret in its first 2 shines. It has a lot of red access.
Yeah, pin a 2 hidden and pin a 3 reds.
It's not so relevant on this card, but it does have access to Yoshi. That's the only way to have to get Yoshi. You have to be pin a 4, and there are a number of Yoshi goals that could end up on the card.
Yeah. Basically, the way like goals can show up on a card is you don't want every goal to be able to show up with every goal, because then you could get stuff like 12 Noki Blues and 16 Noki Blues on the same card, which actually might still be able to happen in one.
That one's possible, but you won't get like
'Cause-
Pianta 3 and 4 Pianta shines on one card, for example, because
Yeah.
those are basically the same goal. Like if you win one, you're definitely gonna win the other.
Yeah, and that's lame. So basically, we have them organized into pools of like 5 goals, and then every card that gets generated, one of those 5 goals shows up.
Yeah,
So
things like 12 and 20 Noki are on the same card, but 20 Noki is way more of a commitment than 12.
Yeah, you have to get really slow ones.
Like you could win 12 Noki, and if someone hard commits to 20 after, like you could split those up on like 3 and 4 Pianta shines, for example.
Yeah, I mean technically you can split up 3 and 4 Pianta shines. I've seen it done before.
Yeah, but like
when they were not in the same pool. But yeah, it's so hard. Basically, Pianta 3 isn't its own thing. It's Pianta 3 damageless, and so it's like you have to waste 2 seconds doing it damageless. It's like, well, if you use those 2 seconds, you're a baller. I'll say that.
But back
much.
to this card.
Yeah.
JJ is going for his. Did he do Rico 5? He's going for another boss in Bianco.
Yeah. This is. Oh yeah. How are M Graffiti entrance shines? Because Jeff should be closing in on that. He has at least 2 in Rico, 3 in Bianco, right?
Yeah.
I assume he did another one in the meantime, as I wasn't watching his screen.
He just did Gelato, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's 6. And then JJ's got 5 in Rico, and this will be his 6th. The reason JJ's behind, by the way, is because he did 2 Delfino shines at the start.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Whereas
quick,
Jeff
but...
unlocked Rico by doing graffiti shines.
Yeah,
all the clicks coming in,
graffiti.
so that was just,
Yeah, that was Jeff's whole gambit. Yeah. Hit a ton of his progress. Smart stuff. Jeff is actually pretty set up for 4 secrets here. This will be his 3rd, I think. So, Pinna 2 is an option for him. Could even go to Serena. Also offers a boss and a secret.
Yeah, I was also thinking you could do Bianco 5 and 6, but I feel like going to Serena is probably a little better on this card because there is that 2-4-6 synergy.
Yep.
And also Serena has 2 NPCs available in episode 1, which...
Yeah, but I don't know, 9 NPCs, no Pianta is some garbage.
It's just 9 NPCs.
Yeah, because like, what do you need for 9? So you need Fire Pianta and Delfino Plaza, you need all 4 Fruit Ladies, and then the 2 NPCs in Serena and Bianco.
Yep.
It's probably how it's going to be done on this card. Given that...
Yeah, I mean, Jeff's going to have access probably to Bianco 5, which has the 2 NPCs.
Yeah.
So.
That's probably how it's done on this card because Pianta stinks, but like 90% of cards, that is a Pianta 6 goal.
Yeah. Pianta 6 has 8 NPCs.
8 NPCs that you clean off, and also
so JJ entering Serena, you might think you need Yoshi for that, but you can actually just throw a banana, well-timed, and just get in.
Yeah. Pretty swag. Shout out to Sid for finding that one and making bingo way cooler.
Yeah, so that's like kind of what we were trying to talk about earlier, how like there's so many different options. Like you basically have access to every world except Pinna and Noki within the first few shines.
Alright, Dex has now clicked 9 Delfinos. Probably understanding, yeah, Deathline could have a good amount of Delfinos, which is fair. Deathline, this is at least 5.
I feel like whenever I play against JJ too, I'm just like, you only delay things so long because he's so fast at everything. Where you're like,
so fast.
I thought I was ahead by a lot, but
yeah, I know. Like, Dex going for the swag cycle in Pinna 2.
Yeah,
the Dide cycle, I think. That's the one. And we'll still get the 35 cycle, which is not bad. Actually, will he? Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
I have faith.
We'll find out. Oh. Okay, he's good.
He's good.
Sorry, I was a few seconds delayed there. He was good when I was.
No, you're good. Is this a 4 boss race? No, Jeff doesn't have his 3rd. So JJ's set up well for 4 bosses. This is his 4th, which is notable. But in doing so, bosses tend to be slow shines, and Manta is a really slow one. So Jeff ahead to 14 level shines, even more than he already was.
Yeah, but JJ will have a good chance at 4 secrets. Serena at 2 and 4 are both secret shines, and they're both. Everything in Serena at this point is pretty quick, other than having to just take a few seconds to grab a banana.
Actually, Jeff is in Pinna 1 right now, right? And Pinna 2 is his 4th secret. JJ, I think, only has Rico 4 right now.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Even though he has good secrets access and can contest 5, like...
Yeah, so JJ going for 4 secrets, but
yeah, but
probably won't
bad news bears.
And how are we on Brad? So Dex collecting another red coin shine in Pinna.
Yeah, this is 5 for Dex, but it doesn't have access to a 6th, I think.
Yeah.
Currently. That can always change.
Yeah, he can do like Gelato 1 and 1R. He could just go really to any world and he'll eventually find a red coin shine.
Pretty much. Could even continue in Pinna all the way to 6 if he wants.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, why would you go? Is there a reason? But I don't think there is on this card.
I don't think there is. I mean, unless he wants to be the secrets guy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But...
One nice thing about Pinna is that I wonder if we're going to see, like, the Delfino nozzles come into play for 4 nozzles.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that, but 4 nozzles... Oh, Deathline doing Turbo Bird? Shout out Turbo Bird. Basically, Sandbird's an auto-scroller, except when you get the Turbo nozzle and you do Turbo storage.
Or the Rocket nozzle, but in Bingo...
Bingo, you don't do Gelato Beach skips. In the Rocket nozzle, you only get in episode 5, so you cry.
Yeah, the reason Gelato Beach skip is banned is it would just make Gelato broken if you could skip the slow shines and
get
access.
The only thing banned in Bingo, like...
Oh no, you didn't have enough height.
No, that's really tragic. Sandbird's already
So what's happening
enough.
there is by him angling his turbo nozzle like upwards, he's basically storing vertical speed, which once he sidesteps off the Sandbird will launch him upwards, but he did not know it there.
Yeah, so Dex is going to Gelato, like you said, probably for 1 and 1R. So he's pretty well set up for 6 reds. Jeff doing a save warp with 4 secrets. That's always pretty cool. Don't see that in any percent or most major categories. Actually, you probably do if you watch 120, because SB and SM always do silly, goofy routes, but... Was Jeff going to Serena? I guess looking for a 5th secret. Which is pretty smart to secure, given that, well...
There's also 5 bosses on the card, so even though he lost 4, he could still come back.
He could get 5 with Manta, for sure.
And Deathline has enough height that time.
Yep.
Gets the shine nice and cleanly.
Jeff having some trouble with Serena whenevers. You gotta flick the stick pretty hard, and also the clip's pretty precise, but... You know.
Yeah.
We get there. So who do you think is in the winning position right now?
I feel like it's probably going to become a lot clearer in like 5 minutes once Jeff and JJ kind of sort out the stuff that they're both going for.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like where Jeff and Dex are right now. I feel like Dex has like all the Noki stuff on lock because he just has way more shines than everyone. Jeff splitting things with JJ, and you know, with JJ being like the fastest of the 4 of them,
like
making him only split goals and not get 10 goals himself is really good for your team.
Deathline doing the new discovered sign Pianta 5
yeah.
Which, what is he doing Piantissimo for?
It makes like the text come out faster. So normally Piantissimo will like turn towards you and then start talking. Here the text just comes up like right away.
Is this just for like a fast level shine? Right,
also he got some nozzles here.
Oh, nozzles! That's right.
Yeah, so Dex getting his last red coin.
Where's Deathline gonna get the rest of the nozzles? Bianca? That's those two fairly early nozzles.
Yeah, they're probably approaching 20 shines also. Well, Noki 1 has a pocket nozzle. Is it usually?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is a good one. Was Dex getting blues?
Dex getting some blues. JJ also getting some blues.
Can Deathline?
So I think both teams are realizing that blues might be important, even though they weren't very good to go for from the start.
Yeah, blues really like they increase in power on this card later, just because, well, Noki you need 20 shines for, and that's like the blue ocean that you get 2 goals from.
We're also getting pretty close probably to 14 level shines, so JJ collected a few Delfinos and is now getting some blues. Jeff, though, I think has only gotten level shines, and now is 13 total. One of those is airstrip, so I think he has 12 level shines.
Yeah, Jeff definitely ahead to level shines.
Yeah, and that's something JJ could have been close for, but this decision to go for blues is probably gonna make it Jeff's.
I mean, even then he was a little behind, like,
yeah,
with the 2 Delfinos at the start. How are they set up for 5 bosses? Could JJ just secure that with Pina at any time?
So Jeff just advantage, so I think this is his 5th.
Wow, that's actually a huge steal, because like JJ just had to do mecha and didn't.
Yeah, and Jeff just has to go back to Serena 2 for his 5th secret shine.
Yep. So that's really good for Jeff and Dex. I feel like they're just in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff also is really good, 2 from 6. JJ, I don't think JJ's been to Pinna yet. Yeah, Jeff has already done some Pinna, some Gelato, some Serena. So Jeff's basically just touched every world.
Yeah, the only ones he's missing are Pianta and Noki.
Yeah.
Does he have 2 in every other world? That's pretty sick.
He doesn't have 2 in Gelato or Serena, but he has 1.
Yeah, and I mean Serena 2 he's gonna do anyway for the secret. Alright, Deathline is gonna try and race Dex to Noki, but is a shine and 2 blue trades behind.
Yeah. You can trade 10 blue coins for a shine. Players usually do that to get to some worlds faster if they're going for blues.
Yeah.
A lot of blues also might take a second or 2, so it's usually good to just grab them as you're doing other stuff, even if you're not necessarily going for blue goals. And
stuff like
you might find you have 10 or 20 by the end of at some point later in the match.
Yeah. Oh, Deathline doing Shine Gate.
Yeah.
That's swag.
So you'll realize this shine is very high up in the air. You would think, how is he gonna get that?
Damn, Dex never did left bell. Yeah, it is really high up in the air. Is Deathline good at this clip? I have never done it. I don't know how hard it is.
It's not trivial.
Oh, here we go. This looks like it's good.
That looked pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. There you go. Deathline in the.
So what happened there was he flipped out of box game, and basically when you walk into a room like box game or the place to trade your blue for shines, the game actually has those rooms really high up in the air in Delfino Plaza. So if you clip out of them, you end up very high in the air, and then
that's how we got
a nicely timed hover and dive, you can actually just get the shine.
Yep. Jeff finishing up the 5th secret. And Dex ready for Noki Bay. Wow, was Jeff delaying 5 bosses? I wasn't paying super close attention.
No, he clicked that. He clicked 14 level shines right now.
Oh, 14 level shines. Okay.
Yeah, he clicked
I saw 2 clicks. I was like, damn, did he really? That's a crazy delay, but
yeah.
no.
Dex is going for 12 Noki right now. Will that give him 12 from 3? Because I saw him getting blues and Pinna. I didn't see if he actually had 12. But if he does, that's going to be another double click.
Oh, wait, this is only 12 from 3? That's like a surprisingly easy goal.
Yeah.
I'm used to blue goals being awful. In this patch, we have 25 blue coins from 2 worlds, which is awful.
Yeah. Usually, like, the first 10 to 15 blues are pretty fast in every world, and then after that, it becomes slow.
Yeah. So, like, 12 from 3, really not bad at all.
Dex did not get a water slide. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
Maybe. He's fine, I think. Alright, Jeff and Bianco again.
Is it time to start talking about win conditions?
I think it is, because Dex is looking like 20 Noki, 12 Noki, and 12 from 3 are right up his alley. And at that point...
So if Dex wins those 3 goals, that puts them at 12. And then they just need 1 more. So Jeff could basically just go for, like, any of the really bad and slow goals, knowing that JJ and Deathline, like, won't go for them, just because they're, again, so slow and committal.
Yep.
Some options I'm thinking are, like, 9 NPC blues, like we talked about, is pretty
I think that's
hard
what he's doing
without
right
Bianco.
now, Jeff.
Yeah, I was also thinking 2 Shadow Marios, but I don't think he would have a... He could do Bianco Rico.
Yeah, he has Rico 5, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Deathline actually could do the atrocious Gelato Shadow Mario, which is so
I think that might have been in their plans, to be honest.
Yeah. I think so too. Is it disgusting? Absolutely.
Yeah, there was also, like, Gelato 6 is a red coin. Like, going that deep in Gelato had some merit for sure.
Yeah.
Dex just committed really hard early to red coins. Kind of took some of that value away.
Yeah, it's true. It worked out great, honestly. The DexCo plan.
Yeah, so Jeff getting 2 enemies. Oh, he's also going to get the turbo nozzle.
Yeah. Or he got his NPCs. Yeah, Jeff is just basically, he's saying, I will win one of these many, many goals. He's splitting progress between 4 nozzles, NPCs, which I think is really smart.
Yeah, so this turbo nozzle is, it shows up in episode 4. Normally you wouldn't think you can get it until episode 6 when this gate is gone.
Yeah, but you know, Jeff is Jeff, and he's swag, so he can do it. But yeah, this is like one of those things that almost every bingo player knows.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can soft lock, by the way. Which is notable.
So, yeah, if that happened there, basically Jeff would just be stuck. Can't reset, and he would just have to...
Yeah, then Dex would actually have to find a 13th goal, which would be really spaghetti, but... Yeah. Jeff's scaring all of us, but...
Another thing there is, the nozzle, when it comes out of the box, actually goes on the other side of the gate, and you can't get it. So if you don't grab it right away, you have to, like, wait 2 minutes to try again.
Yeah, it is not fun.
But other than a slight scare for soft lock, Jeff did that pretty cleanly.
Yep. Yeah, Jeff, so this is his 5th NPC. It looks like he's probably just going to be doing...
all the fruit ladies.
Yeah, which is... That's a way to end the match.
It takes some time. But JJ's going for 2 from 6. Yeah, this is like a 50-50 play for JJ. Like, he just has to guess what Jeff's going for and hope he beats him to everything in the correct order. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for JJ.
Yeah. And I think with that, this match is pretty wrapped up.
Yeah, 20 Noki is never free, but Deathline
no one
is
else is contesting,
too far behind,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many is Dex at? Are these Vaz ones the last ones? I'm gonna assume so. He got 12 a while ago. This is probably the end. That's a clip, by the way. You can get the Noki 2 shine really easy, as well as these
if
Vazes.
you've seen a speed run of this game,
Yeah,
you've seen that one. Oh, Dex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dex clicks and unclicks 12 from 3, and clicks 12 Noki. That's the real one. That's the one that counts. And, yeah, you know, Jeff is doing these fruit ladies, and I'll be honest, JJ and Mason in the grand finals, Deathline pretty comparable player to Mason. I'd say a little bit faster, a little bit less the GOAT on the routing side would be my analysis of Deathline. And every game between Dex and Jeff against JJ and Mason was closer than this. So, you know, maybe a little bit of a disappointing result for JJ Deathline, but, you know, GDQ we'll script a 13-12, so don't worry about that. 4 nozzles, by the way, for Deathline.
Yep.
Which is good.
So,
yeah, I think
got
Rico Rocket. Yeah.
Now, JJ trying to rush 9 NPCs, but maybe a little late. Jeff just has Coconut Lady.
Yeah. Jeff kind of schmooved on those fruit ladies. Like, fruit ladies are slow, so... Okay, JJ going to Pinna. I was gonna say I'm surprised he doesn't have 2 from 6 yet, but...
Has he unlocked Penny yet? I don't think he has.
No, he hasn't, so it makes sense. Pinna Noki.
Hard to get 2 from 6 when you only have 5 worlds available.
Yeah. Yeah. And that being done, there it is, 13-7. Congrats to DexCo. And a pretty good match.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
It was pretty close in the middle. It was like 6-5, 7-6, and then
yeah.
Jeff just really got
Jeff
everything.
Made all the right
like
calls.
That one moment, he stole 5 bosses, then finished out secrets. All
Pretty
things
much.
that JJ had a lot of progress towards, and Jeff got all of them.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Congratulations, Jeff and Dex.
Thanks.
Jeff's route was crazy because he
was insane.
good.
That's what we were just saying. It was like 6-5, and then Jeff just clicked a bunch of things JJ was going for, and that was that.
Dude, I should like print this on a wall that I beat JJ to level shines. That's never happened in my life before, and probably will never happen again.
I was getting blues.
Yeah,
he was getting.
I think we had a. Yeah, I think. I don't necessarily think the blues was like terrible, but like there were a few things that happened early game that could have gone a little bit better. Like JJ took like a 20-second death in Rico 4, which obviously affected it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was not gonna get any of the goals that you clicked anyways, but like.
Okay, I thought we were in a dead race for level shines and stuff, so now I don't feel as.
You clicked 14 level shines when I had 11.
Yeah.
I rushed.
Yeah, I think
the
JJ
was also.
Jeff used Bianco to get to Rico.
Yeah, I figured that, but I still thought his. I figured that, but I thought his speed was gonna just make me cry mainly.
The 12 from 3 was a snipe because I was doing movement. I had it, and I saw that I had 12 from 3, and I saw 0 blue progress anywhere, and so I held on to it, and then I was on my way to unlock Gelato 1, and I saw the 12 Noki was clicked while I was spraying the thing. So I sprayed the thing, and I was like, okay, I guess I should click 12 from 3, and then it was clicked.
Yeah,
I kind of forgot about it for a couple.
I thought we let. I was very surprised we won 12 from 3 because that felt like the goal we shouldn't have won. I was telling Dex that we probably lose 12 from 3, but we can win 20 from 3 pretty easily.
Well, that was the thing. I had it. I just
that was kind of our plan though, because my whole thing was I was gonna sit in Gelato because I felt like this card was kind of still good enough to where you could go to Gelato right? I have one player there, and the other player going doing the World Tour thing. And I was like, okay, well, JJ's going to be World Touring, and he needs that for 12 from 3, and 12 is relatively fast in most levels, right?
Yeah.
So I think I was like, it should be fine with Rico and Bianco, and then you kind of just ease up after that. But the 9 Delfinos and the 6 Reds kind of was a travesty on my part, partially due to some
Yeah.
routing and some unfortunate Sandbird gameplay.
This
I mean,
was
Happens,
Delfino was a
happens to
delay.
the best of us.
yeah, this was the first time where I felt like I was double teamed, and it was a
It sucks.
struggle.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
When I played with Mason, he would just send me to Pinna or Pianta on my own, and I'd be like, all right, this is how I'm gonna do it. But I wanted to actually like try and fight for myself on this card, and by doing that, I instantly got double teamed.
I think
Yeah.
and there was a world in my mind like after I already gone to Gelato where I was like, maybe I should have just not gone to Gelato and just like ignored it and then done blues for JJ with Delfinos and then like we just let them
That's
get
what I
all the
thought.
Gelato.
That's
But I
what I
was
thought you
like,
were gonna do.
but
Yes.
once Dex clicked box game 3, I was like, well, surely he's gonna go to Gelato now. There's no point just rushing box game 3 at the start of the match.
He went Pinna.
Yeah, he got all the
Dex did
Delfino
not
reds.
care about Gelato.
Yeah,
Another
just
yellow
really
button
rushed 9
world,
Delfino
but
and 6 reds.
Which is
9 Delfino was a
yeah.
huge delay too, right, Dex? By like 4 minutes.
yeah, I finished like Pinna 2 or Pinna 2 Reds or something.
That's crazy. Like I
Yeah.
could have probably not opened Rico and not done tall grass, and I think I might have stolen it if I. Because I was only 2 Delfinos away from 9, but
How many
I
blues
opened.
did you
Rico.
have, Dex?
How many whats?
Blues.
I think I just got 12 in Gelato and Pinna, and then 20 in Noki, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So that because I'm trying to count like goals together because I'm
Yeah.
just curious. I'm on my way to
Yeah.
Noki for my 2 from 6.
I think Dex was still pretty well ahead to wear sunglasses, and then
Yeah.
Jeff probably is ahead to 2 Shadow Marios. Just looking at like the rest of the goals on the card.
Maybe
Am I?
Deathline, Rico,
Maybe.
Gelato commit, but
I
like,
needed
Yeah, I think-
Gelato 6 and 7, and then Rico 4 through 7. That was my
Yeah, that
closest.
might win.
Two
I think-
yeah, 2 Shadow Marios was awkward on this card. 2 from 6 was kind of a travesty when 6 from 2 would have been a much better goal, but alas, the
Well,
card.
two from 6 was like originally like the backbone of my half of the route, but like when
So
stuff
was
was like
mine.
left open, like Bianco Hidden was up, and then I just kind of started, and then I was like, well, 5 bosses can be mine, and I just kind of like started like ignoring it because of that. And I was like, I just needed to take some stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
getting
tried
both
doing
the
a play
secrets
of,
5
like-
boss was huge.
Yeah, I tried doing a play where like I saw that you clicked like the M graphies when Bianca hit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rush bosses to like scare you off of secrets, but you just didn't care and got the secrets anyways. Because
I
like,
was not scared.
And the
I
bosses.
rushed, I rushed Serena 2 or rushed Serena 1 to get my 4th boss, and I was like, okay, I have 2 secrets, and I could do Serena 2 and then Bianca 3, and that'll be my 4 secrets. But then I
Yeah.
just didn't.
Well,
Jeff had already
honestly-
done Gelato 1, so he actually only needed to do Pinna 2 basically. So yeah.
Wow.
Well, here's from
I
my
see why he
perspective what I
wasn't
thought.
scared. But
Here's from my perspective what I thought was happening. I figured you had Rico 5 done, so I was like, what JJ is gonna do now is do Pinna 7 for 2 Shadow Marios, and then try to get secrets along the way. But in my estimates, you just didn't have because you didn't win 4 secrets. So I figured with my play, like I was still gonna win secrets.
That is fair. This definitely was it was an interesting match just because the starts could have gone a lot of directions. It was very early game heavy, and I think a card like that is very exciting. I feel like 8 different cards between us could be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I think we both our teams kind of played a little differently than we normally do. Like JJ not doing the Pinna kind of rush stuff, and Jeff doing more level shine space things.
Yeah, and it was
Started this match with-
we stepped away from our accustomed like play styles, I guess, which can happen in a bingo match. That's normal.
I mean,
Yeah.
we kind of did too. I was doing like level shines. I didn't do level shines the entirety of the 2v2 tournament. I was like all
Yeah.
blues and
I
hundos,
was
so
confused. I literally told JJ
I
to
was-
start this match. I was like, Jeff does blues. Like that's it.
I was like, how do I do these shines again? I was like, crying.
No,
Whatever.
that was a fine show match. A little bit of unfortunate gameplay, but it
Yeah.
happens in bingo. So
Bingo,
Things happen.
yeah, because it's a lot of thinking in bingo, and you don't focus that much on your gameplay because you are thinking like 20 minutes ahead when it just comes to routing, and that's why bingo's exciting because you have to create your own play or own form of movement that isn't your best movement, just so you can like get through the gameplay and focus on the routing and what all of your opponents are doing. Because especially in 2v2, focusing on 3 other people is
It's crazy.
it's
Yeah.
crazy, but
Hard
that's
to
what
think
makes it
about.
fun. That's what makes it exciting.
I mean, me and Tomato aren't even playing it. It's hard to focus on 4 people.
Yeah, yeah.
It is hard.